99% of Sec 3 A Math students struggle to even do this simple SURDS question, but can you do it? So over here, we are asked to simplify these SURDS over here. And all we need to do to simplify them is just to remember that a plus b square is a square plus 2ab plus b square. Likewise, for a minus b square is a square minus 2ab plus b square. This is something that you learned in Sec 2 last year, and by the time you come to Sec 3, this should be muscle memory already. It should be ingrained in your mind already. So if this is still not ingrained in your mind, please go and revise it, because this will always come out, especially for the chapters of SURDS, because there's this very huge concept called rationalizing the denominator as well. So how do we simplify this? So for the first case over here, this one will be a plus b squared. For the second case over here, it will be a minus b squared. So to simplify this, all we need to do is that for the first one, we'll have a squared plus 2ab plus b squared, right? Then when we simplify this, we essentially will get 49 plus 7 times 2 is 14. 14 times 3 is 40 root 2 plus, now over here note that this square will apply to both the 3 and the square root 2. So 3 square will give us 9, and then square root 2 will just give us 2. When we square a square root, we remove the square root. So essentially over here, we get 49 plus 42 root 2 plus 18, of which we can then further simplify. So let me just write the equal sign over here, and of which we can then further simplify to give us 67 plus 42 root 2, right? So that's what we get over there. Now let's look at the other side over here. So this will become a square minus 2b plus b squared, right, over here. Now I'm just going to write this down over here. So a squared will be 25. So essentially we have this over here, and then what we get is that if I bring this down over here, we will have minus a squared, which is 25, minus 2ab. So 2 times 5 is 10, and then 10 times 2 will give us 20. So this will give us 20 root 5 plus b squared. So 2 square is 4. Square of square root 5 will just give us 5. So 4 times 5 will give us 20 over here. So essentially we get 67 plus 42 root 2 minus, within the bracket itself over here we have 25 plus 20. So this gives us 45 minus 20 root 5. And then note that over here is a minus sign, so minus will apply to this 2. And when we do that, we essentially get 67 plus 42 root 2 minus 45 plus 20 root 5, of which when we further simplify this, we will get 22 plus 42 root 2 plus 20 root 5. And since this over here is already the simplest SURD, and since over here this is the simplest SURD, and we can't combine these two because they are different SURDs, this over here is the final answer because we can't further simplify this anymore. And this is the answer to this question over here, which is a very simple question.